Right, going live and sharing the stream. Okay, and now we're going to wait for people to join for about, I don't know, a minute or so. I don't actually plan to stop talking during that time, but I don't know how long it will take for us to be able to start appropriately. So, finally the Epic War 3 stream is here. Our speedrun rules are going to be pretty simple. We need to complete a single map and all the 5 caves of trial. This would estimate about, I don't know, maybe... I'm estimating about 3 hours for the entire thing, and I don't mean the speedrun, I mean like the stream, because there's gonna be a little bit of time before and after the speedrun. 2 hours for the speedrun would probably be like an okay time, but, you know, not really aiming to like be an extremely good player or anything. The stream is mainly for us to have fun, for you guys to ask questions, and and at the same time, instead of it being just a normal stream, we have an extra challenge to complete the game as fast as possible. Can't watch something start just now, but good luck. Thank you, Night 4. Yep, time for your favorite entry. Why is it your favorite again? I would love for you to remind me. And good evening, Asgir. It is morning for me, since I'm in the US Pacific time zone. But yeah, it's been 3 weeks, I believe, since the Epic War 2 stream. Because with the Epic War 2 stream, I immediately said that, okay, the next stream is going to be in 2 weeks. And because I needed to give myself some time, since I started in-person work, and wanted to take a bit more of a break. And then a week ago, when the stream was supposed to happen, I got sick, and it wasn't really feasible for me to commentate, so had to push it back by another week. And I'm still kind of like slightly feeling the effects of it, but it's far better now. It's almost like I'm practically not sick, it's just that I might occasionally cough, so I'm going to mute my mic when that happens. Last stream, when I looked back at it, I saw that the stream lasted for 5 hours. And it was not a very pleasant experience by the end. It was cool at the beginning, but the problem is, it wasn't just that Epic War 2 was long, it was also lag started to run rampant by the end. And not only did that increase the speedrun time to make us not win when we would have clearly won otherwise, it also prolonged the stream by the end. So with a game like Epic War 3 that's quite fast-paced, that's not supposed to happen like that. As I said, I estimate the game to be like 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours. I mean, the 5 caves of trial are 5 caves of trial, but... Don't try to pronounce my name the English way, this is the fastest way to butcher it. Okay, gotcha. And then, seems that the game with the most challenging game pace, even though the game is not hard. Yeah, I would say none of the Epic War games are quite hard, but this is not a very grindy game as is. I mean, Epic War 1 also isn't grindy, but Epic War 1 is limited in other ways, so... View count's jumping down to 1 viewer, but I'm hoping that that's just YouTube fluctuations. So, we're going to state the rules once again, like with the previous streams. At first I'm going to go over, just talk a little bit about what the strategy is going to be for the speedrun. And then start the game. It's going to be kind of intense since I'm gonna try to complete things as fast as possible, but there will absolutely still be time to for us to interact, and you can ask whatever questions you want. You can also join voice chat in the Epic War Hub Discord server and be on the stream. With the last 2 streams it was sort of like a guest appearance, where it was 2 different people for each stream. I wonder if we're going to have anyone join for this stream, but if not, that's we're just going to interact through YouTube chat. Now, things are also kind of uncertain right now about the franchise and its future. In case you don't know, currently there's some ambiguity as to the rights situation for the Epic Wars series, who owns the rights and so forth, with a company called Icestone claiming to have legal rights and probably actually having legal rights for at least some of the series, and I've been trying to sort of resolve that situation and try to ensure that the future of the franchise is unblocked for us. But right now, it's actually, since it's the weekend, I'm going to have to wait for Monday for them to reply. They aren't American, so they're not going to be celebrating Independence Day. But I will absolutely share more information about that as soon as I can. I'm really hoping that there is a resolution that isn't going to involve any... I'm hoping there's a compromise that we can work out that wouldn't involve screwing us over, like screwing over the franchise in any way. I have a feeling that gonna have to like buy out the rights or something, but they are also quite shady, so I'm not afraid to get my hands dirty with this situation, and I'm definitely going to do everything that I can to not let the franchise die. So that's basically, don't know too much right now, other than the fact that they have some sort of rights, but don't know exactly how far those rights extend yet. So yeah, I will share more information about that in the server when there is more. Not to mention, 100% playthrough of Epic War 3 is still quite long, just like Epic War 4, so don't mind the repetitiveness, even though Epic War 4 is less repetitive. Yeah, Epic War 4 is, the level design and so forth is more unique, differentiable, but there are absolutely also things to like about Epic War 3, and overall, the pacing of an individual level is quite good for Epic War 3, even though it should have had more level variety throughout. So, now strategy talk before we jump into the actual speedrun, which I'm sort of itching to do, because the game's fun and also because I don't want to make the stream too long. I've looked at which cards the different heroes give us. And that includes not just the starting cards, but also the cards that we get throughout the game by leveling up the hero. And we had a couple viable options. I actually would have really liked to play as Trevaus or Trevquest, since the game can't be consistent with the spelling of his name. Because he gets centaurs, which are awesome, and he gets witches, which are awesome. Witches aren't like the most awesome units ever by themselves, but the thing is, witches and centaurs both do a crap ton of damage, so he would be a powerhouse at like damaging and destroying the enemy quickly. He would be good at destroying castles, he would be good at destroying enemy titans, and overall we would have just had a good time with him. But problem is, he doesn't have the comet, he doesn't have the meteor, and it's actually kind of essential to have the meteor for a speedrun, because we're probably going to need to lure people out. At least, I don't know, is it actually that important? Because what I was thinking is, like, there's a bunch of enemies that come out at the beginning, for example, that stand there and then get lured out forward when they get damaged. So I was thinking of damaging them with a comet to take on, like, selectively whichever enemies at whichever moments. But maybe we won't need that if we play as Trevaus. This is an interesting choice, and I know also he probably doesn't get that much mana. Although I'm not actually sure whether he or Vigraf gets more mana. Vigraf gets Succubi, so Vigraf is good for crowd control with Succubi and tanks. But I would just prefer to play as Trevaus. Witches are the most consistent and useful castle damages in the game. I think so, because like their shot hits multiple times, it only hits a single unit, but if that unit is the castle and all the damage goes into the castle, then oh boy. So I actually think, just to make things more interesting, Vigraf is a bit more of a boring choice, because he's more of a mainstream character, he gets some more mainstream units. He is, I believe, the hero that everyone goes for in speedruns, even though I don't know that much about it. I've tried to avoid looking at things too much. I'm not sure, Goman. I know that there's different categories. One of them is just completing a map, one of them is completing a map and Caves of Trial, which is the one we're playing, and I think there's an 100% one. I don't believe they are separated by whichever hero we play as. So I don't think that, like, it actually affects, like if someone else has played as Vigraf, for example, I don't think it matters whichever hero we play as far as getting a winning spot or anything. But you know what, I've sort of convinced myself to try playing as this guy, even though some of the earlier missions might be a little more questionable because of it. I would love to have those centaurs and witches. So, as soon as we click play, actually, I don't know if the timer starts at this play. So I can just start a timer, click new game, just for fairness sake. Just because, I believe it's this button. Yep, and a new game. Play. Okay, awesome. Equip cards. And get into battle. Another useful thing about this guy, even though it's not really that useful, but it is just a slight bonus, that we wipe out Grimtooth at the beginning of the game. Basically, he is the very convenient spot for us to wipe out. So we get to deal the least with enemies of his faction, aka witches and centaurs. That's the hardest faction to deal with. And for now, I think we can just move forward. I don't think there's any point in waiting yet. Let's see whom the hero has. Do they have a witch? No, they just have a bunch of centaurs. We can destroy them. We can destroy them, especially since we're gonna be micromanaging our hero to go back and heal for a bit. And he is fast and easy to control. I mean, he doesn't leave whenever we want him to. He's not easy to control in that way. But we can, like, after he's completed his swing, if he isn't dead yet, we can control him to move away. And another thing that I want to mention, I know it's kind of not the best as far as playing the game, it's a bit cheesy. But as far as the speedrun goes, what needs to happen is we shouldn't let them attack us. And what I mean by that is, if an enemy attacks us on the enemy turn, we're going to need to reload and try again. And oh wait, there is a witch. Okay. And like, this isn't something that I would like to be doing for a regular playthrough, but it's better for the speedrun, and in addition to that, it will make the stream and the experience less long. See, yeah, a meteor would have been very useful here. Alright, let's use the heal spell, even though it's not that good at this point yet. Yeah, this is like going to be one of the harder levels in the game. Also, let me know if the volume levels are all good. Yeah, I don't think this guy is actually gonna escape. He might. No, the dwarf engineers are too much. Well, at least we have someone else who is leveling up. Oh, did the witch go forward, or is it a different witch? No, the witch went forward. That's awesome. Okay. We can snipe the witch out here where the witch doesn't have centaurs supporting her. Look at how much damage she does to the hero, though. Witches are insane. We should actually retreat, because the witch is faster than the zombies. So the zombies aren't gonna end up protecting her. Also, heal spell is almost back. Our hero is going to heal up just a little bit. Which is coming, I assume? She's not just staying there. Oh, she is just staying there, never mind. Then we can go forward for now. Yeah, the choice to play as Trebowser, not B-Graph, is going to bite us a little at the beginning, over here, because we can't deal with the Witch very well yet. But I'm banking on it being a great choice in the long run. Okay, Blood, is there an option to turn on? No. There is in the 4th and 5th game, I believe. But yeah, Blood's gonna be causing a bit of lag, so we can just look the other way. Look away from all the violence and pretend it's not happening. Also, the Witch is currently alone here, and even though these Dwarf Engineers are coming to help her, any zombies that might spawn won't get there in time, which means we can rush down the Witch and destroy her despite how much she's trying to damage the hero. There's still a zombie in the way, and that's annoying because the Witch can do so much damage due to this zombie. But yeah, we have gotten to her finally. She also has a bit of health, our hero didn't even kill her yet. But all of our army combined together did, and these centaurs should be just fine, even though the zombie is gonna be a little annoying in the beginning. Okay, enemy hero. This might actually not be the best idea. We do need to move our hero away. Their hero just outright missed meanwhile. Yo, you shouldn't be going that far behind. I sent you away so you'd heal, and it's counterproductive for you to be running away and not healing. But yeah, now you can go back forward because their hero now has less health than our hero does. And if you think he's halfway, no he's not. Look at the area of health that he has in the middle and then on both sides. That's a little confusing. But that's good news for us because that means he is dead. The centaur, the last of the centaurs, is about to fall. And they are just going to have nothing to resist us with. Pretty satisfying, even though this is the first ever level in the game. And it's like the second level might not even have a witch. The level design is a little weird in that regard sometimes. But that's also a good thing because you want it to be unpredictable. You don't want it to like be like in Epic War 1 where just you know when all the enemies are coming, they're just coming in a timer. You guys, stop slacking off, we have a castle to destroy. It's taking a bit, but we are doing decently. Music is upbeat also. Oh, they had a little more centaurs appear, but the problem is those centaurs can't do much because of how tight a group we are in. If this was just like one hero and one minotaur destroying the castle, they probably could have done something, but like even the hero, they're not even gonna kill the hero by the end. Actually, it's important that they don't because of the money bonus. So let's be safe as far as that goes. No, screw safety. Let's just have him stand behind his troops, sacrifice them so that he can survive, like the selfish guy he is. He is a rebel leader, and rebel leaders are, like, stigmatized as not being selfish, sort of, in a way, maybe. But also as being selfish, it's weird. But the point, okay, we don't get anything else yet. We need to upgrade the healing spell, and I'll give 2 upgrades to the Minotaurs. But ultimately we're gonna need to save up money so that we can then upgrade the Centaurs. Okay, congrats Gald. Okay. Oh my goodness! I'm waiting to surrender because you guys are all attacking me, and that's not gonna go as I explained. We're gonna need to make sure no one fights, or we don't fight anyone. People are very active, I can see. Okay, at least he. Okay, phew. I was afraid Grimtooth would attack us, but he didn't, and now we can wipe him out. Now with slightly better armies, namely the Minotaurs. Which is actually good, because, you know, when they have single target units like Witches and Centaurs, they're good against our hero. They're still kinda good against the Minotaurs, but when we have 10 of them, Also, the Minotaurs spawn faster. Oh, okay, yeah, they spawn faster because they're upgraded. But it's like, it doesn't make a lot of logical sense due to how much worse the Dwarf Engineers are, that the Minotaurs spawn faster. We're waiting for a bunch of Minotaurs, we're definitely not waiting for Dwarf Engineers. But the fact that they're there isn't going to be, how do you call it? It is going to help us just a little. Yes, Cat, or Set, I do remember you. Hey there, let's see if they have any witches this time. No, but they have a Black Knight. Black Knights are easy to deal with. We'll deal with the enemy hero, and the Black Knight will just die from the collateral damage. Although he's probably gonna charge forward before the hero, but, you know, still not gonna be much of a threat. Is there hotkeys for selecting all people? Oh, I just healed on accident because I was looking for unit hotkeys and selected spell hotkeys on accident. In any case, promising so far. Zombies are dying, and the fact that that's promising is a little sad, but, you know, this is the second level. Gonna need to remember to send everyone forward so that they don't waste time staying at the base here. But we already have 8 Minotaurs, about to have our 9th one, so I think the castle will be breached pretty successfully. The upgraded healing spell should also help us a bit. Currently there's a bunch of zombies that prevent us from getting to the centaurs that are shooting at us, but that's okay, because the hero can take a bunch of damage. He can also juggle the Black Knights. Chat delay about, I don't know, 10-15 seconds. We don't want you to die. Thank you very much. You can move away for just for a bit. We know that our Minotaurs are actually good handling them, even their hero. At least handling them until our hero is better than theirs in terms of health. I don't know why I ordered him here and he goes like slightly to the left of that, but that's fine. Their hero is actually about to die just from our troops. That's how much those upgrades ended up helping. And there is a bit of lag, I know, because I full screened, but I don't care. I think being easier to watch, better to watch in this case is more important than that small bit of lag. And I can always just scroll away from the action and not have as much lag. Like, there's nothing important that's happening there right now. We can see the castle health dwindling, and since there's no blood from all the units hitting each other, there is less lag. Alright, bye. So we are about to... This is actually... This one we completed faster than the previous one. Even though the lack of a meteor does still show. Okay. No new cards, okay. Don't have much of anything. We can give one upgrade to the Dwarf Engineers. They're being active, of course. Okay, good, good. Not attacked. And the saving does allow us to sort of be able to reload every time we get attacked. Now the spawn time for the dwarves and the bulls is exactly the same. Interesting. Oh, also go forward. This is these guys are going to be pathetic compared to the previous ones because they don't have centaurs, they don't have witches. They're not gonna have yetis either on this level. At least the previous enemies had a Black Knight with them. These guys are just weaklings. Yeah, heroes leading the way, not getting hurt by much of anything because we have zombies. We have goblins which die easily, and we have zombies which get stunned before they can really do anything. 3 Phantom Ghosts here. But these guys are like even bigger candidates than the Black Knight to die by collateral damage. They and the hero will be lured in battle probably at about the same time. And they are also quite fragile to our attacks. They might kill some of us, especially our Dwarf Engineers, before then, but it's not gonna really do much to us in the grand scheme of things. Ooh, one of them started attacking our hero. Now we are... Okay. Okay, now the enemy hero is in the fray, we can immediately heal. That's not gonna do much because it's still a level 2 spell, but it will do... It actually did something pretty noticeable for us. And now we destroy them. Their phantoms are dying. I believe one of them is dead already because I only see 2 here. The hero is over halfway dead by now, and can't really deal with all of our people. We have some Dwarf Engineers dying, but, you know, expected. And there we go, once again, we just lock them down and destroy them. And I'm gonna mention here that chances, like, I don't know when the next stream is going to be. Last time I said, oh, it's going to be 2 weeks from now. Before that, I said it's going to be 1 week from now. I'm not actually promising any of that this time, because these are actually, they take time and effort to do, and I enjoy them quite a bit. I enjoy interacting with you guys, but there's a lot of other things that are going on lately that I definitely need to focus on. And in addition to that, the interest for these streams is like not set in stone. Like right now it says we only have 2 people watching, so chances are, and I'm saving this money for Centaurs, it might be a while before the next stream, the Epic War 4 one. But that also is in a way a good thing, because it means that we're going to get more in that time we might end up making more progress on the ports. Yo! Oh, I'm just gonna do this to see how it works this time around. Just immediately send the hero forward, no need to wait. Destroy these goblins and Dwarf Engineers. Not let the zombies make too much headway. And I know we'll trigger these like phantoms and stuff, but that's okay, they are triggerable. They are perfectly triggerable people. Unless our hero turns around, in which case our hero is in some deep trouble, and he asked us for it. Still 3 phantoms. Still manageable, but notably we will have a smaller army here this time because we were faster. So probably gonna need to pull back the hero for a more serious amount of time. At least we don't have anyone shooting at us here, because whenever they have shooters, zombies actually end up being quite useful on their side. At least for these earlier levels. On the later levels we can just, with our army, steamroll the zombies, but even then they give a little more time for the enemy shooters to shoot at us. Even 2 minuters I think have gotten here right now. And we are going to use our healing, of course, right about now, to try to save actually most of our smaller guys. I know for the hero it doesn't matter as much when we use that, but some of our smaller guys were, I believe, on the verge of death, and this helped them a little. Okay, phantoms are pretty much all dead. I think we'll kill their hero before they kill our hero, so we might not even need to pull back, which is pleasant. Alright, get over here, guys. I'm going to look at you as an excuse to avoid lag. Yeah, and they're still not sending it. We're still a bit, like, kind of far from the first revenge wave. Probably gonna be like 2-3 levels before one appears. Let's see how much that heals the hero for. A little. but still can be helpful in the battle. Of course, mainly it's helpful to the Minotaurs and kind of dwarves. Okay, you guys are a little too late and a little too useless to save your... There we go. Approaching on 20 minutes, we've done 3 battles, I believe, and finally we get the Centaurs. That is absolutely what we need. Immediately, 2 upgrades for the Centaurs. The only other thing we can upgrade is Dwarf Engineers, and I am just gonna wait on that, if you please. We can get attacked by 2 people here, so the chances of us having to restart are higher, or reload. But it's possible we won't be. Now, there would have been a guarantee if Gald just attacked him and won, because then he wouldn't be able to attack us, but we did it anyway. Let's wipe out Gald, just for cleanness sake. Oh, do the same thing as before. This is a more easy and harmless faction to play against. And speaking of that, that actually is incorporated into my strategy in a way that I haven't told you about yet. But you will see when it becomes relevant. Oh, there's so many. Actually, I might have made a mistake here. We have a mermaid, a yeti is approaching. Let's aggro the phantoms and immediately disappear. Are they going to go forward? No, they're not. Okay. But a good thing. Wait, why is the hero... Wait, what? I didn't send... Oh, maybe I did click retreat on accident. But the good thing about this is the mermaid has now come into the open. The zombie is rushing to go save her, but a zombie rushing is going to go about as well as you'd expect it to go. So we go and destroy her. Also, we have actually good units now. The best units in the game, probably, at least one of the best. Minotaurs are fine, but Centaurs, whole another level. Actually, I think we can even advance now. Destroy that horde of zombies. They're even managing to get a bit of damage out on our hero. No, I'm choosing YouTube as the platform to stream and communicate with you guys. It would take time to also set up Twitch. I know there's like apps that allow streaming on multiple platforms, but I think it's better to be condensed into the same platform one way or another. And I've always just found YouTube convenient. 6 out of 9 Centaurs, take that as you will, but we already have a sizable enough number that I don't actually feel that scared of the Yetis and enemy hero now. I do, however, feel scared enough to want to pull our hero back a little. I'm fine with sacrificing some of these Minotaurs, now that we have Centaurs, and our main priority is regenerating the hero. The hero is also going way too far back, and I don't know why. The minimap controls are a little messed up in this regard. Actually, we need the hero back here now. Go back, Dwarf Engineers go forward, Mad Bulls go forward. Yo, Centaur, can you like not be stupid and please just go back? Alright, we're good here. Hero is fully healed. We're going back. And most of the phantoms are dead as well. Most of the lag is alive, but we can just do this. Oh, that was a Yeti slam and it did a fair bit to our hero. Let's send the hero here so that he goes all the way back over here and heals a little. I was almost word for word right. Alright, now they don't have anything threatening anymore, so let's go. They have a hero, they have a phantom, a mermaid, yeah. I'd like to see you guys try to stop us now. With 8 centaurs, about to be 9. And the healing spell. Okay, oh, our hero is actually in a bit of trouble. Let's send him behind the centaurs. Okay, I actually didn't expect a first bomber, even though it would make sense that they have one. And the mermaid charges forward despite being in range, as a prominent bug in Epic War 3 and Epic War 4, where the range, basically, before detecting, if the enemies are set to move forward, or whatever enemies, units on either side are set to move forward, or move to a place, they're gonna take a step before detecting to see if there's any enemies to shoot at. It's gonna be pretty simple to fix, I think. Lag is just the main problem, that's all. Also, you can see the bug where the mermaid is trying to shoot off-screen, but off-screen her bolts disappear, like this. So mermaids off-screen are absolutely harmless to us. Same with witches off-screen. Off-screen, succubi are the only actual threat as far as magic units go. Centaurs also, I believe, are a threat. Their arrows don't disappear off-screen. And that's because their arrows have a limited range, but the mermaid projectiles keep going forever. So they need some restriction that they disappear off screen. They actually don't, though, I think, because they're gonna get stopped at the castle of the opposing faction, unless that castle is dead, in which case it doesn't really even matter anymore. Ooh. So that was a first revenge wave. And we're actually hanging on just barely. Hey Jim, doing alright, I suppose. Been some interesting things happening lately. Okay, now we can go forward with the hero. Oh, there's two Yetis, maybe not, maybe not. Maybe we should just all retreat. An image of the centaurs being chased by the mermaid bolts. All into one centaur, unfortunately. Hero's healing up though, and with this healing spell we can just send everyone back into the battle. The Yetis are going to die to the centaurs without too many issues. Then we have all the zombies that are protecting the mermaids, which is annoying. Yo. It is annoying, but we can deal with it. Yo, can you guys like shoot a little more? The problem is the zombies are absorbing the centaur shots, but now the minotaurs are also going to be destroying them. Okay, hero can go forward now. Whereas we can just get out of there with all this extreme lag happening, and our centaurs died for no good reason. Hope the Yeti is dead by now. No, he's not. Oh, no, he is. I thought that sound was of a Yeti slam. Now hero needs to retreat again. Because we're so close to reaching those mermaids, but we just can't do it yet, and there's a third one on the way. We need a fully healed up hero in order to be able to accomplish that. But he is healing. Interesting how it alternates which direction the health bar expands in, instead of just expanding in both directions at once. A little counterintuitive, but I guess it kinda makes sense, maybe? Okay, let's kill the mermaids now. They're already so close to us that we can just kill them. Also, centaurs, go back. Go back. Lag, go back too. There's another mermaid, darn, but now they don't have anything useful except for mermaids. And mermaids by themselves are not nearly as dangerous as, say, witches. So now we just steamroll them. This was a bit of a wasteful level in terms of time. Look how close we came to killing them, and we had to pull back, but it does make the game more interesting at least. It's not just a piece of cake, it's a piece of cake where we have to think about things if we want to do them well. Oh wait, what just... Oh, probably a mermaid. Yeah, I saw that our hero was thrown back. And I thought, did they get another Yeti? But no, the mermaid shots do that occasionally as their status effect. The mermaids are also the only people who can really damage us, and now that she got in range of the hero, it is over. As it should have been. Ages and ages ago, Gald. We unlock a useless card, okay. Did we unlock any useful cards? No. Did we get enough upgrades to upgrade a useful card? Absolutely we did. Also another one. Good. I appreciate at least you not attacking me, Abe. Interesting. Okay, I did upgrade before saving, right? Yes, I did. Now Abe's turn. Forward once again, and I know it didn't work out well for us last time. I think, really at this point, when we get... I don't know what we're gonna get first, Black Knights or Witches. But as soon as we get Black Knights, things are gonna be a lot less of a problem for us, because we're gonna have a melee power that will be able to stop a lot of their mermaids and plow through their zombies a lot more quickly. I'm actually fine with triggering all of these guys, then running back to base, which would be an equivalent of throwing a comet at them. Okay. Now we retreat, because obviously he is going to not be in a good shape here. But we triggered all of their phantoms, so when we come here, the centaurs are going to be a lot more effective against the Yetis and the enemy hero. These dwarf engineers killed the goblin there. Boom. Of course, it looks like there is a limit to how many... Boom, there. That was an actually properly used bomber. It was so properly used that the hero just jumped past all of those phantoms. But we do have some bull guys to deal with them, even though I do prefer the phantoms, so it's like I'm betraying them by cheering for the bulls. But they chose to fight me. Not true. I kinda chose to fight them when I attacked the town, but why would I care about that? It's for the greater good of the rebellion. And now we can advance. We can advance, but make sure that actually, no, we advance, but at some point probably gonna make sure that to pull the hero back a bit so the hero can heal. Okay, this bomb is also gonna be decent, but I don't think they do enough damage to genuinely help us clear out the zombies in any meaningful way. Actually, let's look at how much the healing spell heals the hero now. About the same as before by the looks of it, but keep in mind that the hero is leveling up and getting more health, which means that a static, stationary, like a healing spell that heals for the same amount of health is going to heal less and less visibly here as the hero levels up. So if this was still a level 2 healing spell, it would have healed for like almost nothing now. Okay, now we heal up the remaining things. Do an auto battle, try your luck. Well, the thing is, we can only do auto battles. I mean, I'm glad we can't do auto battles on regular rounds, because that would sort of ruin the point of the game. We just skip the game and just play luck, rock, paper, scissors or whatever is not the best analogy, but on the levels where we can do an auto battle, we don't actually gain anything by winning, and we have to restart anyway by losing. So I just, well, actually auto battle is undeniably a better choice than surrendering. So you have a good point. I do need to auto battle, but chances are the auto battles will fail and I will need to restart anyway. So you know, you're right. Ooh, that was even worse. But that's okay. Centaurs can rule now. Centaurs rule. Yetis drool. Come on, get out of there. Okay, yeah, not losing the hero is the main focus here, and I'm not just talking about the hero survival bonus, because the hero takes ages to respawn. Not having the hero is going to be extremely detrimental to the ability to make progress on our part. So, okay, hero's kind of healed up now. The Yetis are under a lot of pressure, so much that both of them decided to die, but the first one still hit us before doing so. As a spiteful last action of sorts. That being said, there will be a revenge wave. I hope it's not too bad. Oh, there's a mermaid now, who can actually hit us because her projectiles spawn on screen. So how much is this bomber going to do, how much damage is this bomber going to do in the castle? We didn't even see it, really. Bombers are quite bad on our side. Like, on their side they can spam them, they have a lot of them, they defend against revenge waves. On our side, not usually that useful. It is possible though that we'll need to pull back for the revenge wave because we have a small number of Minotaurs. Like, most of our Minotaurs haven't even gotten there yet. At least the mermaid, okay, we killed the mermaid, that is good news, just as the revenge wave spawns. I guess it's also good news that we're going to be getting Minotaur reinforcements along the way, like, more troops will come, but it is a bit of a problem that we don't have that many melee troops there now. Also, Centaurs way too close for comfort there. Hero's doing a good job crowd controlling them, but also he is in turn getting crowd controlled by the mermaids. And is there going to be a second revenge wave? If there is, it will get rough. At least it looks like our Centaurs have gotten out of the way successfully, but they still have 2 Yetis coming. And there might be another revenge wave, and if there is, we are getting out of there. Yep, stay right here. Stay close for when we need you. Actually, we need you now. Stay close for now. Centaurs once again too close, but this time is because the Yetis themselves are advancing. And being really hard to hit because of all the junk in their way, which the hero is thankfully cleaning up, and now the Centaurs can adequately hit the Yetis. And doesn't look like there's going to be, well, we haven't seen the revenge wave yet. It might happen, and if it does happen, I think we need to pull back. We just have no melee. Our heroes are... Yeah, Centaurs are a sort of high damage and low HP deal. And when we have an army to support them, I think they can be really good under those circumstances. But at this point, our bulls probably have a greater effect compared to what Phantoms could have done for us, simply because they have a better defense, and defensively they help our ranged people, namely our centaurs, deal all that damage. Okay, we can also heal the hero a little. Before the hero, okay, at least the bomber did a bit of good there. And then, unsupported, the phantoms die pretty easily. Even the arrows, the single target centaur weapons are effective at dealing with them. Then there's a mermaid out in the open, and a bunch of damaged yetis coming, so I think we should send our hero back. We should send our everyone back for that, except for the dwarf engineers, and just let our centaurs deal with it, because they don't have a lot of zombies. They have some in the back, but the centaurs can deal with the people that we actually need them to deal with quite effectively. The only problem is the zombies might be in time to protect the mermaid, but not for long. How many enemies do they have? Wow. The entire minimap is filled with them, although it's nothing actually spectacular. There are more phantoms here defending them though, so we do need to approach them carefully. Okay, lag. And I'm used by the lag, but at least now that we're getting into battles that are as intense as this, we're going to be leveling up faster, and before we know it, Black Knights, witches, magic cannons, or epic tanks as they are more appropriately named in Epic War 4. Okay, healing. Our hero needs that, and I have a feeling that a lot of our units need that too. Hero's healing up. We can send everyone forward, but the hero, you can stay here to heal up. Because we need you to be full health to finish this battle, since they have phantoms and a mermaid. And they might even spawn like a random yeti or two, something, if anything. And then the hero will be good at getting the little guys out of the way, and the centaurs will destroy the yeti. But no yetis so far, just 2 mermaids and a bunch of ghost armors. There we go. Now we can proceed. We have 10 minotaurs, because from the tiny threats that these guys pose, only the dwarf engineers can truly die. Like, the minotaurs would only really die to that if they were very injured to begin with. This is another story, but for this we don't actually need to preserve our minotaurs. We can sacrifice all of them in this fight, and then destroy the castle easily with the hero and centaurs only. It is possible and easy. This is also a situation where being on a high resolution monitor sort of bites me in the back, because the higher the resolution, the laggier flash is. Ooh, hero, how about you go way back? Like here, I'm fine with you going here, so you can heal. You did, it looks like they did kill a lot of everyone. Only the mermaids are left, and I think the hero had a large role to play in that. So it is good the hero was there, but he did need to get out, and now he needs to come back in because nothing can kill him anymore. This guy's pretending to be relevant. Oh, enemy hero's back! Thank you, we will get more of a money bonus for you. Or not, I think we'll kill... Oh wait, no, never mind, we did. He went in front of the castle, absorbed all those arrows, and died immediately. That's how good the centaurs are. And that's how good the... I don't know how much of a money bonus we'll actually get from him. But since it's a hero, it should be kind of noticeable, like maybe 5,000, 10,000, maybe? Okay. Oh yes, we got a witch. Did we get anything else? That's the question. No, just a witch for now. But it's okay, because a witch is still awesome. Centaurs, can we upgrade you? We are so close to upgrading centaurs. But witches are important, so we can give them a bunch of upgrades instead. There we go, and end phase. Fight Otta, okay. Going to do that. Ooh, awesome! Now we didn't have to reload, so yeah, Jim, you were absolutely right about that. Okay. Try to not let them get, can't talk. Try to not let them get too far. And I think if anything, we're going to just camp out. Actually, let's trigger these phantoms. They are easily offended after all. So we'll trigger them, maybe even before the Yetis come. Can we trigger the hero and the phantoms before the Yetis come? That's the question. Probably not, the hero's too far back there. But we're actually going to let the hero stay here for a bit and take some damage in order to deal the most damage to the enemy. Because the hero is the most efficient way of losing stuff, of losing like health. Because single targets are really good at healing up in this game. But yeah, we can now let some others defend the hero. We can heal him, even though this is just much the same of a healing spell as before. It might have even saved the hero from death because the hero was reckless and went forward there. You go back to heal, okay? The witches can destroy them. I think, in fact, this might be the turning point because we have witches now. They destroy Yetis. They can do a lot of damage against zombies because they have their shots damage up to 5 times. Like this. They can crowd control people somewhat well. We have 4 of them already. They do a lot of damage already. So, yeah, Minotaurs, we can go back. We can let our little guys absorb the damage, act as meat shields, sacrifice their lives for our convenience, and then go forward. Still have 7 Minotaurs, but that's okay, we have witches. And these Yetis are out in the open right now. I would have expected them to stay like around here so that they would be next to all the other guys. Ooh, but now the mermaid might end up being behind them. Which is okay because we have witches, and witches will destroy their Yetis and show their mermaids how everything is done. Yeah, not worried about that one. Witches are just so much better. Though they do miss occasionally like this because we just kill the enemies before the witches can get to them. Healing spell? I don't know, might be useful. Hero is getting thrown around by the looks of it. Okay, advance to allow the witches and centaurs to get into position, at the cost of our entire front line probably. Now we should pull the hero back again, now that the witches have gotten into position and the Yetis are pretty much dead by now already. Okay, now they just have a hero. So easy to deal with, but we do want our hero to be fully healed up for all the revenge waves, since there might be 3 by now. You can go forward, everyone actually can go forward, just the heroes stay back. Yeah, it's we can save before ending phase, then we auto battle, and if it doesn't work, we restart. Hero can go forward now. Thing is, even if they have 3 revenge waves, yeah, it will be hard to deal with. But we are locking them down a lot better now that we have witches, and most of our Minotaurs are actually here this time. No, still 2 revenge waves, which I am glad about. Then we can save the healing spell for a bit later. Okay, watching the hero's health, not watching the battle itself to avoid lag, but the hero is in the air now. Question is, will that matter at all? Will that stop the mighty witches? Gonna heal now. I would think now is the best time to heal because some of our people have already taken damage, but we're also very close to triggering the second wave and just destroying their castle outright. And Hero is totally not healed. I know the healing spell helped with that. But look at all these Witch Blasts. Witch Blasts also target, like, even though they have zombies, the Witch Blasts are highly likely to target the people we want them to target, because Yetis, for example, are a lot taller than zombies. Okay, Hero is getting damaged now. We might need to pull him back, but I hope we don't. And by now, if we are confident that we can get through, it no longer really matters if the hero dies, because hero dies, but it's not gonna slow us down. That's fine. However, in this case, things are looking a little unfortunate because our frontliners are dead. So we can retreat. We can retreat somewhere over here and have their Yetis not follow as the frame rate drops to halt. Yeah, most of our centaurs are... okay, actually some survived. At least our witches mostly survived. And this is a pathetic army, we can just... the witches and centaurs are just gonna destroy it. Minotaurs will help, a Yeti is coming, yeah, the Yeti will get what's coming to him. See, he thinks he is coming, but in reality something is coming to him. And that is doom and destruction. Alright, how we doing? Those zombies are getting annoying. I mean, really the lag is the main thing, but the zombies are contributing to us not progressing too quickly, and also they protect the Yetis and other targets from centaurs. Since we've summoned all the revenge waves though, we don't really have anything to fear. I mean, their hero might come back, they might get a little more phantoms over there, but really it's going to be nothing when compared to what we already faced and what we have. 4 witches, an army of centaurs, and a crazy crowd control hero. Do you have some kind of planned out strategy for the run with things to upgrade and unlock? Well, a lot of the strategy involved getting the hero that I'm playing as, because that determines the units that I unlock throughout the campaign, which are, of course, which are going to be... I chose him because centaurs and witches are both great at dealing damage, and that's going to be very helpful to us when killing castles and when killing titans. As far as which units to upgrade, I'm giving preference to units like witches and centaurs for that exact reason. And I also have a strategy as far as how to progress, but we are pretty much completing the map before starting the Caves of Trial, I would say. I think there's an argument to be made for doing something different, but we have a Black Knight now, and Hercules, whatever, attack up. Okay, can't upgrade witches completely, but we do need to give Black Knights some upgrades. And I know that this thing is begging for us to upgrade itself, but healing spell. Save and then face. Fight auto. Ooh. I wonder if this is like actually takes into account the strength of our army, because both times so far we've defended. Alright? So, which enemies I fight here is going to affect what we do next. Which enemies do I fight here? Okay. Maybe I didn't make the best choices there, because I expected the faction that we're fighting to depend on the castles and not the starting hero of the castle and not the current one. Because I wanted to fight him last. Abe basically is the hero that I want to save for last, so that the final battle is easier than it could otherwise be. Right, we have 4 Black Knights already, which is going to be of visible help to us. Also a better heal spell, although maxing that is definitely a priority because of just how much better it becomes. We have the usual armies here. Okay, how are we doing this then? Only just now triggered the enemy hero, but we do have witches destroying them, so I think actually that determines that we're doing fine. The enemy hero and the Yetis are just being juggled, and now when they finally get the chance to attack, we heal before them, or they didn't even get a chance to attack, and we healed the units that we did have there. So we lock them down. Now we go on to bring forth our remaining units, mainly Centaurs and Minotaurs, which, by the way, Centaurs, Minotaurs, and Dwarf Engineers in their current state have exactly the same spawn rate. Okay, a Bomber sent our hero back, but so far we're holding strong here. And I'm gonna use the healing spell whenever I can. Okay. We can see how much that healing spell increases the health of the hero. About the same as before, but a little more, even though our hero is leveling up, which actually says a lot of good as far as the effectiveness of all this. And we haven't even... the attack up upgrade hasn't even charged up yet. I mean, it is level 1, so it's gonna take the longest time charging up. In this game, upgrading spells makes them take less time to charge up, but in Epic War 4 it increases their mana cost, and so they become basically more costly to use, but also incomparably better to use. And then in a game like Epic War 5, we don't actually... there isn't a way to upgrade spells, there's just different versions of the same spell for some of them. Alright, but as you can see, this was actually, this was a pretty good and decisive victory. I kinda should have done something different there. Let's see. Okay, then we have the tanks, and I kinda do need to upgrade them as well, because they are also essential. Okay, goodbye dwarves. Actually, never mind. Goodbye Bomber. He is the true useless one. I wouldn't mind if Abe attacked me. Like, I would love if Abe attacked Vigraf. Really, more than anything. Whereas we can now take care of Muspel. And here, for the first time, we fight a different faction. A faction of evil, chaos, and fire. I don't know, it's not necessarily more evil than the faction that Grimtooth has, one with witches and Black Knights and so forth. But all of them are kind of evil. Like, the most innocuous one is the one that we fight when we fight against Abe or Gal. The ice faction with mermaids and yetis. But like the things here are specifically set in a way where it's not certain, like there's not an like obvious good faction, obvious bad faction, anything like that. Okay, let's gather up here, everyone. Ooh, attack the succubi while we still can. Yeah, our hero can attack them easily from here, because they all went forward and didn't stay here to protect their Dragon Rider and hero, which was a big mistake for them. And they got slashed in midair into pieces. Also, 2 tanks should help a lot now with the Revenge Wave. An interesting combination of tanks and witches is as far as crowd control goes and just synergy. Because succubi and witches, or no, succubi and tanks both throw in the air, they sort of do the same thing. So they're almost competitors in a way. If a succubus throws someone into the air, the tank can't do that then. The tank does throw people out of the way of a witch blast, but thing is, when they land back down, they are still susceptible to that, to like a new witch blast. So in a way, I think they are actually helpful to each other. And we've decided to just take them on here without any sort of fear. With a lot of rhyming though. Ooh. That unfortunately that tank shot missed the hero because the hero just landed after the tank had finished shooting. But see what I mean? He circumvented the tank shot and thus got demolished by witches. And then the tanks make it so the witches get to deal with less people at a time, and they end up the enemy ends up not being able to do much against us because of that. Succubi though can bring some chaos into the mix. Black Knights are also susceptible to dying, which is why we are back down to 2, 3 now. Let's heal. Okay. Our range units are here, that makes sense. We do not want them to go forward and get in range of any succubi or bombers or even like just the Dragon Riders. But the tanks and witches should make sure that their Dragon Riders are pretty much never an issue. Second Revenge Wave will be triggered easily, and we still can't get Athena's protection. Probably need to. I probably could have upgraded the attack, but you know. Ooh. Tanks and witches combined also have the tendency to launch people into ourselves, but then the centaurs destroy them on the inside, so you know. Centaurs, stay back. Yeah, everything is a mess now. But we may be able to overpower them. It is possible. We just need to not be emotionally connected to whatever is going on there, because whatever's going on there isn't exactly good for us all the time. So much so that all the Black Knights even died. But we can use Athena's protection now and heal. I'm casting it here, it doesn't actually matter where it's cast, it affects the entire battlefield, both the spells. Okay, we can actually call our ranged units back to make sure that they are safe, whereas the non-ranged units can go forward. Hero can go forward, Hero will probably get slaughtered, but it is worth it at the cost of making sure that we are all fine. Ha! Here's the hero. Because when we come back, actually we can come back now probably. They have a succubi, But that's all they have. And we kinda need to destroy them to make sure they do the least damage to us possible. Yeah, tanks are absolutely awesome. Like, all the units they hit end up flying, and like, even though there's less of them than the Succubi, they also, I believe they have a bit of a higher range of sort of like, their attack box has a higher range, they can hit more people, and I think they also shoot faster. So they're just a very nice to have unit. And also the enemy never has them. Never in any Cave of Trial or in any in the regular campaign. And I don't know whether that's the best choice. I would have liked to see them in a Cave of Trial, but like in regular campaigns, it is nice to have this sort of unique unit as an ace up our sleeve. No matter how much they can have, we will have something that will throw a wrench into their plans. Alright. Hey, Cerny. Okay, and I think that's the last spell that we unlocked. Lightning Bolt, which is our only attack spell. Okay. Who do we upgrade? We can upgrade tanks, but I think maxing out centaurs is essential, and we can give some upgrades to this guy, so that he is a little more viable to use now. Wipe him out. Ooh. Let's snipe a succubus. I know a bomber is trying to prevent my plans. But that was very, very temporary. Ah, that's one powerful succubus, and they keep sending bombers. They're trying to punish me for this strategy, this cheeky strategy that I chose, to just destroy their succubus with our hero. But it didn't work. She is dead now. Going pretty well. We are about a little over an hour in, not quite done with the main map yet, so I estimate the entire thing will take about 3 hours. But I think things are going well, and we are starting. Our choice of this hero and his witches and centaurs is starting to pay off. Now here's another question we can wonder about. Is, when we complete the Caves of Trial, is it going to be worth it to then use the Titans we unlock from them on the next Cave of Trials? I mean, obviously not. Titans are obviously useless on the 5th one, but it is possible, especially since we're gonna have a healing spell, it is possible that we will want to use a Titan. And if that's the case, chances are it will be either the dragon or the earth dragon, because the most valuable thing about them is going to be their health. But it actually sounds like a viable idea, like they might actually contribute more than people like dwarf engineers. In Epic 4, it uses the newer one, like the Fire Blast, so it's a different animation from the Epic 3 succubus. Also, our people are in the air, but that's okay because they're landing next to their succubus. I know they have more than one, but still. Also, that's a cool sight. Unfortunately, they're shooting at a whole lot of nothing. Also, our Thunderbolt is ready for action. And I would use it on these 4 guys, but I would like to instead save it for the Revenge Waves. Right, sounds good. Okay, we're triggering them. Our hero might not survive. But no, look how well we're doing against them with our build. Forward, but hero back. Yeah, I told him to go here, so he decided to go all the way. But now we know that, so we can take that into account when telling people where specifically to go. Ha! It's fun watching the enemy hero on the map, how he keeps being thrown around, and it's also satisfying when he dies. Now Athena's protection is something we can actually use now. I hope they didn't kill our ranged units. I'm gonna need to heal for this one. Ooh. Ah, no, not quite. A centaur is getting her, but she's still got no head off. Okay, we're about to summon our first revenge wave. The strategy is, after the second revenge wave, which is when the bulk of the enemies is going to start getting to us, I'm going to call the power up. And after the third revenge wave, which is the final one, gonna blast them with lightning. They're already throwing us around a lot, which isn't something I exactly appreciate. Ooh. Almost killed our hero. Ooh, accidentally hit. Or I guess escape leaves full screen. Okay, everyone go forward, but the hero stay here and recover. And we have some Black Knights rushing to help us against the coming tide of enemies. Which there is a lot, yes. But we do have powerful means of dealing with those enemies. And I think we can bring the hero back, at least for a bit. That's why I don't want this to be the final battle we have to go. I think the ice one, the ice faction is overall just the most promised one. Okay, heal. They've killed most of our witches. I think we can retreat. And by retreat I mean gather up somewhere here in the middle. Ah, only the hero's not getting to retreat. Because of all the crowd control. Okay, stay here. Actually, just stay here. While we, the rest of us, go forward and face this tide now that it's out in the open. Mainly all the succubi. But yeah, our witches are absolutely devastating to their dragon riders. So overall, it is a good choice, but succubi are still devastating to deal with. Everyone forward, heal back, and get healed. How are we doing in destroying their succubi? By the looks of it, not that great. Maybe I should just use the lightning now. Although we are actually throwing them all into the air, so maybe I'm underestimating how well we're doing. Some of them are just extra powerful. They're not gonna. In fact, basically all of them are. It looks like. Oh no, they are dying. Never mind. But the enemies are currently spread out enough that it's causing us genuine problems. That was a very good cannonball. So yeah, this is an example of the super powerful succubus, but now we have our melee units there. They just don't have a lot more to live. Even the ones with tremendous amounts of health. Also, yeah, here's a present right in your face. The hero, okay, I was worried the hero had died, because I didn't see him, but he's just all the way up in the air. Okay, hero's holding strong as far as health goes. Yeah, I think at this point we can just forward and heal up a lot of the damage by the succubi as far as units go. Minotaurs not gonna really recover. The dwarves almost never have a good amount of them because of how easily they die, but we also don't count on them for anything really. The fact that we have all the centaurs, witches and tanks here, and most of the black knights is the important part. And that the tanks can sometimes be so very accurate in such a great way. Alright. All forward. We are soon to summon the third and final revenge wave. And conveniently, we have attack up. And I think attack up also applies to spells. It definitely does, like Berserk applies to spells in Epic War 4, which is easy to see, so like by extension I'm hoping that that's the case here, as I blast these guys to oblivion. With a level 1 lightning bolt, it still sort of destroyed them, so I think it does apply. I think it is because of the power-up. And then all these arrows are going into the castle, and the castle is just dead. So that's the part where our choices pay off. There. These are pretty good spells too, I'd say. Okay. Can't quite, okay. What next? We can max out the witches. They are essential to us, so I think that's what we will do. Also one upgrade to the lightning bolt. Now we need something to happen. We need Abe to get in here. And that might require a lot of saving, loading and ending phase, so bear with me for a bit. Ooh, please. It would be great also, alternatively, if he took this, castle. But I don't know, it's possible that they are programmed to not be able to take a castle, the last castle of a different enemy hero. I hope that's not the case because, well, I'm definitely hoping Abe wins that fight because we want Abe in the corner there. Huh. And the reason I'm doing this is, oops, that won't do. We want Abe to wipe out Vgraph, not the other way around. Okay, good. Perfect. Perfect. Now you die. Now we fight Abe for the last 2 missions, and the easier the faction to fight against. Ooh. Sniping it is. There we go. Actually, we can stay here. We can stay over here. I know people like to go forward. There's another succubus there. It's like they're using the succubi to lure us, like a trail made out of candy or something, where we keep advancing just a little further to attack their succubi and end up stumbling into their main den. Only problem is their main den is a bunch of weaklings. Well, not exactly, but we can handle them no problem. As long as we have a little more people there to support us, that is. Also, Black Knights, try not to die too much, because we do kinda depend on you. And you are kinda prone to dying. At least the Minotaurs, there's more of them, they are more equipped to die. Okay, we can actually just attack their main den now. And call the hero away from there whenever we need to. Because we already have a bunch of crowd control units. Ooh. Whenever we need to would be now. If he can even make it out of there, because there is a lot of things juggling. But he did. Ooh. Further back? Yeah, right here. Yeah, sure. And then of course the enemy hero launches into the... falls from the sky to fight him. He's like, no, you don't get away. Yeah, but then the witches get him and he gets his retribution. But that was great though, he just literally fell from the sky to face our hero again. Okay. Glad you missed that witch. And then this tank can handle itself, thankfully. Dwarves, go defend them. Yeah, now we can just destroy them. Tank back. Although, maybe the tank can destroy the succubus, these 2 succubi, with a well-aimed cannonball. Nice! Got all 3 of them before moving away. Which is perfect. And now there's no one there, there's just a bunch of succubi spread out throughout the map that we are going to get and punish. Oh yeah, I am scared of Vgraph, because at first I read it as you scared off Vgraph and it didn't make much sense, but yeah, I'm scared of him because he and Rembrandt have this faction, the faction with succubi, which are quite powerful. If succubi, yeah, mainly the succubi are the problem, also Dragon Riders. I would much rather fight the faction with the Yetis and Mermaids, because they, especially like the Mermaids, are a lot more harmless than the succubi. And, you know, the Dragon Titan is going to be fine to deal with as well. Okay, hero can heal up now. Yeah, move. Oh, wait, the tank did die in the end. I was hoping that it wouldn't, because I sent it back in time, but no, there is a new one that just spawned, which means the previous one died. This time I'm gonna do something a little smarter. Yeah, you guys, you can be there, alright? But Minotaurs, retreat now. Tanks, retreat now. Witches, Centaurs, Black Knights. Engineers can stay there and act as meat shields. We are moving away for the first revenge wave. We'll meet it out in the open. And then we'll try to bomb rush through the remaining 2 revenge waves with our spells. Okay, looks like people are getting away successfully. Bombers are trying to blow themselves up on us. It might work a little, but only a little. Now there's still a bunch of bombers, but now we can go forward. And not look. Look away from all the death and tragedy and flag. As the hero dances around there on the map. Probably a good time to use a heal spell. Mainly it's the succubi that we want to lure out and destroy. Yeah. Now let's get out of here to see the frame rate rise. And I think we did it. I mean, we don't have a lot of Minotaurs now. But we've gotten through and destroyed their suck. No, there's still a few. It's mainly that one that worries me, because how will we get to her? Probably just with a tank, but the tanks have a tendency to send units back, not forward. We are gonna get a new healing. Power up. Healing spell. I wonder if power up applies to the castle as well. It would be kinda broken if it did. Oops, hero back. And then, with a lightning bolt, as soon as the new revenge wave spawns, we'll hit both of them. As soon as it spawns, because the centaurs can't get to the castle with everything in front of it. And then the tanks are just shooting aimlessly. Darn it, guys, be a little more reliable. At least I guess they're getting to kill all of these dragon riders and stuff. Ouch, but the succubi are also getting to attack. And that is the scary part. And then I look away and the next revenge wave is summoned, so I can't really look away. Okay, now it's definitely gonna be summoned when there's nothing in the way of these witch blasts. And the tank shots as well. Yeah, despite having only ranged units, we are destroying them. Ah, that goblin's gonna mess everything up, of course. Okay. Forward. Have our melee units as well. These guys should have been coming forward ages ago. No, last battle Vigraf would have the Lord of Fire. Vigraf and Rembrandt would have the Lord of Fire. Gald and Ape would have the Dragon, and Trevaus and Grimtooth would have the Earth Dragon. But when in the last battle they attack you when they only have one castle remaining, that's when they are going to have the Titan that your hero has. they are gonna have all the units that your hero has. Because, logic. That's what happens when people attack you, they just are clones of you. Still not sure about this battle, like, it feels like we need to be doing more than we end up actually doing, but I guess that's because right now we're just killing the bulk of the revenge wave. Or at least the parts that can actually do anything to delay us, and then we will destroy the castle, and they can't do anything about it. They have succubi, but their succubi can't get there in time until their castle is, like, before their castle is destroyed by all of our backline, which we still have full numbers of. Healing spell is good, and maybe we'll get a chance to upgrade it this time. Okay. Now just some slightly easier battles left. Okay, we do have a chance to upgrade it, and I just did it without thinking, because we kinda need that. I guess we can also give an upgrade to the Dwarf Engineers, it doesn't cost much. Okay, save. And ignoring any impending attacks, we now destroy these last two castles. And use that money, use that much needed money to max out our valuable troops. Any mermaids? Not yet, at least. But yeah, these enemies are just going to be easier to deal with. Yep, explode on nothing. So there's a mermaid, that's probably a mermaid that has a lot of health, and maybe more attack than usual as well. But she's still no succubus and no witch, so we're fine. I think we can trigger some of those guys and then get out of there. Or not even get out of there, like maybe we'll kill them with so little losses that we can just continue attacking the castle after that. But I will heal just in case. I know some of my units were taking damage. And these guys, especially the Black Knights, are vulnerable in this game currently. Still lost a bunch of them. But I guess fighting all of them and destroying their initial defenses is worth losing to people. Alright, stay a bit away now, hero. And when I say a bit away, I don't mean that much away. Like, the difference in where I tell him to go and where he goes is extreme. A little too extreme. So what's going on here? Not that much. Heroes about to die, Yetis being thrown around and dying, a bunch of mermaids, a bunch of harmless mermaids that our witches are going to get to very soon. Just a bunch of zombies in the way, Yeti, who is dying to the mermaids, or to the witches and centaurs. Just as we wanted by picking this hero. Oh, more people? More people are always welcome. Oh wow, oh right, I forgot that I upgraded the heal spell. Now the heal spell is just gonna basically completely heal the hero and anyone with that or less health, and it's gonna do notable healing to the titans. Okay, now we can retreat. Actually, no, don't retreat. Let's see if we can brute force it. If this is a different faction, it doesn't have succubi, and a lot of the mermaids are going to have their shots disappearing, although not anymore, but like still, they are mermaids after all. This is where upgrading the Dwarf Engineers was actually useful, because the Dwarf Engineers, there's just more of them to stand in the way of the mermaids. Attack up. Also heal up some of the troops that undoubtedly are having a hard time right now. And as the last horn is triggered, we destroy it with lightning. And I believe the attack up upgrade might have been active for that as well. So all the mermaids are dead. Everything actually is dead, I believe. There's a bunch of zombies still alive. But I believe that was a very effective lightning. Combining the two, lightning and attack up, seems to be extremely effective. And that's why I wanted to fight Abe at the end. You saw how much easier this was than last time when we had to pull back and still barely won, like barely defeated their castle before we would have had to pull back again. But this time, no pulling back at all. And I don't know if it's going to be the same on the last battle, if this is the final battle after all of the map. But I do know we'll get a lot of money for it. Okay. Okay, upgrade. What can we do? Okay, tanks are important, but I think the Black Knights absolutely need an upgrade by now. These guys are fine. I guess we will give them an upgrade. Wait, can't do them. We have Witches and Centaurs are level 5. So I guess these guys logically make sense to upgrade, and then the Dwarf Engineers, why not? And that, we're approaching the final battle here. Alright. Goodbye, Abe. And goodbye, campaign. A bunch of sniping material. I can appreciate that. Also, I want to lure out their initial armies before the dragon appears. This was a bit preemptive. I keep forgetting just how good the healing spell is now. At level 5. But at least it means we are spending our upgrades correctly, and the hero just conveniently killed that bomber. Okay. Let's provoke them. Even with the small numbers that we have, I think we can succeed before the dragon arrives. Okay, go back a bit. Heal, and now go forward again, because the heal made you almost brand. But now you have to go back again. That's okay, this is the last level. There's a lot of people here, even if... Oh, there's also healing crystals, forgot about those. They're gonna make it a little harder to kill the mermaids, especially the high health ones. No, you don't. No. That's lame. At least we have a healing spell in the works that's going to annihilate, or the healing spell itself won't do so, but like, you're already dead, and we have healed away all the damage you tried to do. Okay, dragon is here. We kind of want to retreat for the dragon because we want to have all of our centaurs and witches, like the damage dealers, in one place, if we are to do this effectively. Though of course the tank is going to get shot by a lot of mermaid bolts and probably die. I don't think there's a way to stop that. Maybe if I was a little more careful about sending the dwarf engineers forward. Okay, now we can go forward. There's way too many mermaids for comfort. Tempted to... Temptation too high, too strong, because they would be doing a lot of damage, and we still have the dragon to overcome. So by the time we really need the lightning, it's probably going to be back already. And I guess probably worth it to heal up. They did have a bunch of Yetis and stuff. The healing crystal is very harmless in its own though. Let's see how the healing crystal handles all of these witch blasts. Actually kind of fine so far, but it definitely will not stay alive for too long. So, immediately, some of us don't need to get ourselves into that mess. And by some of us, I basically mean everyone except for the hero. But the dwarf engineers can be there just to absorb the first blow or something. In fact, I can even have it so that the dwarf engineers are there at first, and then once the dwarf engineers die completely, we send in the hero, so that our ranged units are least likely to get caught in the crossfire. Okay, ahead, not you guys, not you guys. Actually not the hero even at this point, because at this point we have broken through and angered the dragon. Yeah. So dwarf engineers can go forward there. Now we're starting to attack. Okay, forward, not minotaurs. Heroes fine. Actually, heroes not fine. Stay here, and knights stay here as well. The point is that we shoot him with all of our ranged units, while sacrificing something like the dwarf engineers. Okay, hero, go forward. trigger his attack. Or... Okay, now move away. You guys also move away just a little. How are we doing? It seems to be pretty effective, all things said and done. And then this other dwarf engineer is going to cause him to attack again, as we just stand there. And of course, you stay back, and you stay back. I guess he has to get closer. Wait, what? Don't know why the dwarf engineer... No. No, go away. Everyone go away. Centaurs, why are you standing so close? Even things. Okay, at this point we probably can just in there and finish him off. And we'll use the healing spell so it is available next time when we need it, as the dragon is finally dead. And now we can probably apply the same type of strategy, only this time I'm going to use the attack up and lightning one after another in a way that we use the lightning after the second revenge wave, because then the third one alone isn't going to do much to us. But attack up. And destroy. There. Sound was so satisfying that the music even stopped looping, which is a flash bug. And it's avoidable, it's fixable, it's just it's not fixed in these games. It's like, it's not even really a bug, it's just something to account for when we play adding sounds. And it's not something that everyone would know to account for. Oh, someone got launched into here, but that's okay because we have won. Alright. And of course a bunch of money, which we can continue with and get all of it and spend it on. It's not as much money as I would have hoped. We can max out the tanks or some other stuff, but tanks are probably necessary to max out. And then, yeah, nothing else. Can we upgrade spells? Yes, we can. Here. Okay, so this is the setup with which we're going into the Caves of Trial. I guess let's start them. One should be the easier one, but we can probably do 5 first. Tank would be the main concern here. We might not send them forward, but let's try the 5th Cave of Trial first. Immediately try not to let the goblins gain too much ground. Of course the bombers are gonna foil that plan for us. Ha! It is satisfying to listen to though. Is our query here yet? Hello, Mortal Alliance. Yeah, okay. Here he is. Do we feel comfortable advancing? Probably, but as I said, we probably need to not have the tanks with us. So when the new tank spawns, we forward, but the tank stays here, both of them. And that means we do come into this battle on harder circumstances than we would normally, because normally we would have a bunch of better fitting spells for the battle, and we would have a better unit to use than tanks, but bombers don't really count as that, and they also launch people in the air. And of course with VGraph we would have Succubi and tanks that we would most likely need to not use, so it isn't this isn't a bad hero choice in that regard, but there may have been better ones, potentially. Ouch. We're kind of counting on you guys to not let him do that? Also, the sound is horrible when he kills multiple people at once. Yeah, this is a bit of a disaster. Get ready for the horrible sound. Ooh, he's getting stunned by something. So yeah, that didn't work.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Quite alright, although, hold on, let me see if I can turn you up, because you're a little hard to hear as is. Yeah, once again, everyone, let me know if the volume levels are fine. Like...
Did I miss something? I went to do something.
I was just trying to beat the 5th cave of trial first, and utterly failing at it. But we can try again. Just not be as aggressive this time. Gotta have everyone in there.
Fair enough. Yeah. Do you remember when you said you wish like the Epic War 3 units were in Epic War 4?
Hold on, okay, you're still... I think I need to do this. Okay, can you say it again?
So I think you remember, I think you said one time that you wanted the Epic War 3 units in Epic War 4 or something like that.
I mean, I definitely said that it would be more viable to mix those two games as far as units go, because they are like in a similar art style, whereas with other games it would end up looking unnatural.
Yeah. If you would put like the dragon from Epic War 3 in Epic War 4, you would probably have to change its name though, because obviously there's already a dragon in Epic War 4.
Yeah. And the third one is the one from Epic War 3 is quite a bit weirder.
Yeah.
Let's have everyone gather over here. We can send the dwarf engineers forward. Tanks can go back just fine. Prepare for a loud sound. Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind, the hero decided to be subject to all of that by going forward. But thankfully... this is stupid. Okay, we can proceed a little more bravely now. And I'm actually gonna try not to send the tanks back this time, because they will be an additional bit of damage and help against the goblins and bombers. And it is possible that they'll even help against the shadow goblin, because also everyone just goes to get blown up by a bomber, of course. Why wouldn't
I don't
they?
think it has infinite HP, but it has like infinite attack.
Yeah, no hopes of killing him.
It's like the goblin from Epic War 5, I think? I don't know which one.
They definitely have done this in 4 and 5 after this as well, where they're like taking goblins, making them really powerful. But in 5 it's more of like just imps. Like there was a goblin boss, whereas in Epic War 4 there was a level 1 where there were like goblins that did extreme damage and were invincible to almost anything.
Isn't it Goblin Madness on Horde that had shadow goblins? Because I know that Goblin Madness had red goblins, but I think on Horde it has shadow goblins too.
It even
Or
has
one.
some on normal, but like the higher the difficulty, the higher the difficulty, the more of them there are. And just other things are harder in general.
Do you know the stars in Saga? I wish like every time you went up a star, like the level would like change, or like they would have like more units or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that was too much work.
Well, it's something to consider.
Because you get better rewards, so like where it's the same level.
Yes.
So I was like, maybe they should make it like a tiny bit harder or something for each level.
Yeah, that would make sense. Okay, at this point it's a battle for time, because we over there have let the goblins sneak by. But we are damaging the castle at least. But what the worrying part is, the goblin is already almost to our base, so no hope there.
I have an idea, but I think I'd rather say it in the end because for reasons. Yeah. I haven't played Epic War 3 in a while. I played Epic War 4 like the most.
Yeah, I don't know, this is a little disheartening. I guess we're gonna need to have everyone be completely upgraded, so let's just do the... Wait. Is this right as far as formation goes? Yeah.
Damn. I didn't know it could one-shot the castle. I've never seen it get to the castle. Yeah, I was watching like Epic War 3 Cambridge Trials like 2 days ago, but it was in like 2060p, so I was like, I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, there were a bunch of those videos from like, I don't know, 2010 or something.
Yeah, it's 2013, I think.
Okay, so a lot more enemies here. I'm really just thinking about ending the stream prematurely because I don't know, I'm not finding it in me. The last stream was exhausting. There's still lag here. The Caves of Trial are going to be kind of similar in execution, but going to just take time. It's not exactly the way I was imagining things. And then hero's about to die. Okay, go back. And the hero's back in front again. Back in front, but you get the point. Heal up? Okay. Yeah, get them.
I had an idea for like the Epic War Saga Cave of Trials. But I don't really know if I say it, to be honest.
Well, I mean, feel free to share it, whether it is wherever, like in the game suggestions channel, for example. That's the most convenient place to store ideas.
Yeah. I'm just trying to like think if that would actually be a good idea or not. I'll put the stars idea in there.
All right. Right, I guess let's heal up. This is a lot more convenient to play zooming out like this, even though then we see a lot more of the field, so it's harder to get away from the action per se. Oh, hello there. A new challenger approaches.
Which would you say has the best Cave of Trials? Irish game.
The best what?
Cave of Trials.
Well, hard to say, because, for example, the trials in the fourth game have a higher variety in like what the enemies are than the third one, but notably the trials in the fourth one also have basically two of them, the ball trial and level 16 on any difficulty, mainly hinge on using shield. And then the fifth, the trials. So the trials in the fifth one, they are well designed just overall, but in terms of gameplay, the second one, for example, is tedious, but without any like real risk of losing.
Yeah. Like Balrog in Epic War 4 is he's pretty easy. He's probably like the easiest one out of all of them.
The big bomb is probably the easiest one.
Yeah, I mean both of them you can just use the time stop watch, and you can get units under Balrog and he can't do anything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how I always do that level anyway.
Yeah, it's either time stop or shield.
Yeah. I feel like that's Balrog in like every Epic War though, because he has like he hits like in front of him, so if you just get like under him, then you know you're good to go. Except from like Saga.
I think it only really
stuff.
works in Epic War 4 though. In Epic War 5 he hits like the radius is very small where he doesn't actually hit like beneath himself.
Yeah, I think in 5 he also attacks quicker as well.
Yeah, he attacks with the same sword, but there's less space between him and the sword, so chances are he's still going to destroy all the melee units eventually. He just doesn't hit all of them at once. He hits several of them at once.
Yeah, and 5 is like a tiny bit weird. I don't know if you ever noticed it, but like sometimes the units just don't get hit at all, and they just like walk through it.
Yeah, that's because of the, I would say, because of the limits on AoE, where like you sure like a bomb can hit multiple people, but not all of them in their radius. So because we don't want it to be overpowered, so it only hits like 3, 4, 5 people, and then everyone else in this radius just is fine.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that is a fair way.
Yeah, it is a way to solve things, but it can look weird at times.
Yeah, I do think Balrog in Saga is okay. I mean, obviously in Saga he's like way nerfed because he's the Pit Lord and he's like not as good, but still think he's pretty okay.
Okay, so yeah, I think I can't really go on now. So sorry guys, but we're probably going to have to end the stream here. I'm just, I don't know, tired. It's going to be 4 very similar levels from now on, which I thought would be quite fun to play, but I think I'm just like burnt out a little on more than just this game. So I think we'll end the stream, and then this run, since we've completed one map, I guess it will count as a run of one map. It's not going to be a good run in the slightest, but it was fun nonetheless. Just now I don't really feel like I can continue. So thank you guys all for coming. I know it was a shorter stream this time and didn't do what I said we would do in the end, all of it. But ultimately, since you guys didn't really have a lot more questions, I think it's only fair to sort of stop the Q&A thing until we like have a bunch more people joining who have questions of their own, and then it will make sense to do a few more of these. Namely the Epic War 4 and Epic War 5 ones, which Epic War 5 is going to be probably the most easy one to get through, so that's one that I'm looking forward to. But for now, it makes sense to put this off and then continue at a future time that we will agree on, depending on when it ends up being the most appropriate. And meanwhile, hopefully we're going to make a bunch of progress on porting the games.
Oh yeah, Ace Sega. You can put that in Discord if you want. So.
Yeah, to let people know. I mean, you do have a point, Jim. We can kick. Yeah, let's show this fire demon. Let's just annihilate him, and we'll end the stream there.
Sounds good.
We have what it takes, especially with a nifty little spell. Also heal up.
I really missed the castle mechanic. I like the castle mechanic, but I also like the hero mechanic if it's done well.
Yeah, it's 2 alternative viable options, I would say. Castle mechanic is more standard battle as far as concerned. I think it's like overall a better system for the genre. Like it gets to the core of the genre better. But the hero system can also be implemented quite well.
Yeah. The thing is, like with Epic Saga, it's obviously like way more zoomed out, and it's like way more faster.
Yeah, that,
so maybe
that
that's
also
why
depends on the
didn't pick
gameplay a
that
lot,
one.
specifically.
Wonder what castles would like look like in stuff in Saga's like gameplay. I mean, obviously it wouldn't really work with the maps because the maps are like really short. But
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, he's feeling it. I mean, it will still take a bit to kill him finally, but the fact they turned around sealed his doom. Even the hero can join in the fun now. Even though the succubus will try to prevent that, but the succubus will aim for the frontliners for the foreseeable future. Whereas the witches and centaurs are destroying him. Centaurs? Oh, he was probably gonna turn around. No, unfortunately he didn't. Witches are so good at dealing damage though. Might even be better than centaurs at dealing damage. Alright, we destroyed him. And on that, we can count our mission, our ultimate mission, not our initial mission, but ultimately, our mission is a success, and even the bulk of our army survived that. So, on that note, we end. Thank you all for coming. Well, Castle and Hero is sort of what Epic Wars 3 and 4 do, where heroes just end up playing a secondary mechanic, where they are a unit, but basically a unit, but not everything hinges on them. And I do think that, like, Castle and Hero isn't any worse than just Castle. Like, having a hero doesn't hurt the Castle mechanic in any way. But having a hero also makes the Castle mechanic not as necessary, so like some games, like 5 and Saga, can just hinge on player heroes and enemy heroes. Okay, well, that is it. So, any final questions, feel free to say in the chat. Thank you all for coming. The next stream is going to be don't know where. It will probably be at least a month from now, maybe 2 months, but I will let you guys know in advance in the Discord server for whenever we plan the next stream. So,
sounds good.
Yep, that is it, and ending the stream, as long as there's no final questions here, which there doesn't seem to be. Ending a stream in 5,